Hi, welcome to ADI Technical Training. I'm Matthew. In this video, we're looking at the Fermax Meet Panel. The Meet Panel has a built-in MyFair reader, and we're going to look at how you'd integrate that reader into the Net2 ACU. So you could have a combined Fermax intercom on site with the Net2 access control system securing further doors. Let's begin. First of all, let's have a look at the electrical connections, the hardwire connection. On the 1455 panel, you'll find on the second block down, on the wiring block, you'll find a terminal marked W00 and next to it W01. They're the Wiegand output terminals. W00 is yellow wire, which goes to Wiegand D0, the yellow connector on Net2, and W01, data 1, is the green wire, which will go to the blue connector, Wiegand 01 on the Net2 ACU. Now the electrical connections are done and set up, we're going to have to browse into the Fermax panel to check some settings there, and then after that we will browse into the Net2 software and have a look at the configuration required there. Okay, so we've browsed into the Fermax door station, the Meet panel, standard address and password. In the previous video you can see the setup. Let's go to access control, access, and really we don't need to change that much. It seems to auto discover. So what we're going to do is check that it is 26-bit. Facility code's 100 doesn't really mean anything in our case, and that's it. That's it really. You don't need to change anything really in the Meet panel. Just make sure that 26-bit is enabled there, and if you like, for peace of mind, press save and that information sent over. So let's go to Net2, and it's just the usual menus. We're just going to go to whichever door it is. So let's, just so we know, this is a door name. Maybe we can change that to intercom. Change that to intercom, apply that. So now we know that the door we're working on, or if it's on a large site, we know which is the intercom door. Door group's not done. Door open time, I always change that to 4 seconds. It's just force of habit. Press apply every time you make a change. So reader 1 is the intercom. It's a Wiegand reader. You need to change that from Paxton reader. You need to change that to a Wiegand. Keypad type, it's not a keypad, so we don't care. Format, token data format is 26-bit. We're going to try this as 26-bit, then we're going to try it with a site code and do the numbers vary. We'll check that out in a moment. Reader operating mode, it's a desktop reader. Just for this video, we're going to use the reader in the panel as a desktop reader, as the enrollment reader. Later on, when I manage to find what I've done with my desktop reader, we're going to see, can we enroll tokens onto the entire site using the desktop reader, which will be compatible with the format that the Fermax panel outputs, because we can't guarantee it's the same as the Paxton MyFair readers. Do they output the data in the same fashion? So we'll find that out in further videos. But for the time being, we'll leave it as desktop reader. Desktop reader is an enrollment reader. So when you present a token to what's a desktop reader, or a reader that's designated as a desktop reader, what that does is it sends the information through to the Net2 software, so you can add a name and an access level, so people are granted access. I'm going to use this opportunity to do a little test to find out what tokens, what cards are compatible with the panel. So first card I've got here is a Honeywell. It's an EV2 Deathfire card. Is that compatible with this reader? So let's find out. Present the card. I heard the ACU beep. It comes up with some information. How far is that off the actual card information? There's nowhere near it. Okay, but it still creates as a token number, which is good. And we're going to call that Honeywell EV2. And it's just so I know what that card is. Departments, we've not set up groups or departments yet, so you can leave that as is. Access level, all hours, all doors, unless you've created, for instance, I've created a front door time zone, access level, sorry, or you got no access if you're not ready to enroll people in, or working hours 9 till 5:30. But I'm just going to leave it all hours, all doors. And because we added a new user, you can add all the pertinent information, phone number, fax number if people still have that, the work address, postcode, and all the information you might need to put in there if you want to find somebody. For instance, if you put the car registration in and someone was in the car park and they're blocking someone in, you don't recognize the car, you can actually search for them by the car registration and give them a page or phone them and say your car's blocking somebody in. Obviously, you can add the picture. So we've got the important information. We've got the name, we've got the access level, and we've got the token number. So now let's add them, and they're done. They're added now. You can see if we go to users, EV2 Honeywell's added. So while I'm here, I'm going to use this chance to test some other cards. I've got a Hikvision EV1 Deathfire card. Is that compatible? It seems so, yes. There it is. It's a different number, so I'll call that Hikvision EV1. All hours, all doors. Add users. And then I've also got some generic MyFair tokens, nothing particularly special about them. It's just classic MyFair, and it's just a general token that's used on, you can use it on different systems. So does it work on this reader? It seems it does. And we'll just call that, and if I've got a bunch of them and this one was white, so I know which one to hold up later. And that's all hours, all doors, add user. And close. So now we've added these 3 tokens. If you remember, we'll go back to the door. If you remember, I said on the we're going to change this door type to a desktop reader. So now if we change this back to token only, apply that change, the reader now behaves as a door intercom panel, sorry, a door reader. So when you present a token to that reader, it will unlock the door. So let's go to the events window. You can see I've been adding, deleting, testing and what have you. But if we look at the top line there, if I present the Hikvision card, you can see access was granted, access permitted, sorry. And if I present the EV2 card, same again. Access granted, token only. And finally, the generic MyFair Classic in white. And there we go. Just to show as well, if I've got a red token here, it's red, and access was denied. I also have another Honeywell EV2 card, and it just shows it's not adding the impertinent information, it's adding the pertinent information of each card. It's not just reading a little bit, which could be possibly duplicated by another user. It's reading specific areas. So it proves it's working. Installers rely on ADI. The ADI projects and technical teams offer a pre-configuration service. Any project size from a single device or to a complex system. Any IP device can be configured from our central hub using our technical and projects teams. Having your device pre-configured will save engineers time on site. We can set your IP address, the gateways, and in addition, we'll make sure your device has the latest firmware on board. Simply get in touch with your ADI sales contact or email the projects team. Thanks very much for watching. All the products mentioned in this training video can be found on our website. Links are below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks very much.